the... Hang on. Purple smoke.
Who the hell is that?
Well, no, it couldn't be. Surely not. It is!
And their opponent, from New York, weighing in at 238 pounds, Razor Parsons!
It's Razor Parsons! Razor... What the hell?
Former SAW member. I have no idea Adrian Goldman had pulled strings like this.
And say nothing pretty.
Oh, spear!
Hello and we are live and we welcome you to N.E.W. Violence is Golden, our first ever free extended event where every championship is on the line. I'm Max Maddox alongside the four-time N.E.W. World Heavyweight Champion Owen. And Owen, what a night this should be. We are back at our spiritual home.
Well, yeah, we are back from where EFW used to show. We are back here in Newcastle at the Warehouse. And while Adrian Goldman certainly changed the appearance here tonight, ready for Violence is Golden, of course, our main event tonight, that World Championship match, a 6-man Falls Count Anywhere elimination match. Yuri, Bart Brute, Vega, Hannibal Jacobs, Daryl Graves, and of course the champion, Cowboy Roy.
Should be a titanic main event for the richest prize in our game, of course the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. If the Cowboy can do the impossible and beat 5 other men, he would surely be known as the greatest World Heavyweight Champion N.E.W. has ever seen.
Of course, all this and so much more here tonight. We are not wasting any time. We are going into the Junior Men's Championship.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Junior Men's Championship.
Well, a demon of Fleet Street requires no introduction. Of course, the leader of End Times has found this entire men's junior tournament to be an insult to the man's talent. Of course, he has already held the vast majority of major titles here within N.E.W. except for the big one, the World Heavyweight Championship, Erwin, which the Reaper claims is the only title he actually cares about. Tonight, he faces the men's junior champion, Jose Gonzalez, but I have never quite seen the Reaper as focused and as deadly as he has been the last few weeks.
You indeed could be right, of course, that infamous 233-day consecutive title run, which included being the first EFW World Champion, the longest single and overall run as that champion, with a run of 70 days, 73 days as a US champion and 92 days as a UK champion. Claimed he did not care one bit about those championships, claims he does not care one bit about this championship, but here he is, trying to get hold of it, trying to get it.
Yeah, I mean, he's battled his way through the Junior Men's Championship with barely breaking a sweat when he was considered the hot favourite throughout this entire tournament. The Reaper is an absolute stallion. Jose Gonzalez is going to have a lot in his hands tonight, despite his own incredible talents.
Comes from a lineage of legends here in N.E.W, the Gonzalez family ever growing.
Yes, a proud member of Las Familia, of course, Gabriel's pride and joy, his son, fourth generation wrestler Jose Gonzalez, already been in a fantastic junior men's champion.
The current first and only junior men's champion with a run of 206 days, but arguably this is going to be his toughest challenge to date.
I believe, sorry to interrupt him, but I believe that's currently the longest reigning title holder we have in N.E.W at the moment is Jose Gonzalez.
I believe that could be correct.
Maybe wrong there, but it's been known to happen from time to time. Junior Men's Championship should be a great match.
Introducing the challenger from the pits of hell, weighing in at 257 pounds, the Reaper.
The Demon.
Introducing the champion from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, weighing in at 180 pounds. He is the Junior Men's Champion, Jose Gonzalez.
Well, Jose Gonzalez looking confident as he always does. I was talking to his father earlier today, Owen Gabriel Gonzalez, and there was a definite mixture of pride and fear for his son here tonight against the Demon of Fleet Street. Jose Gonzalez is an excellent competitor, but I'm not quite sure if he's faced anything quite like the Reaper.
And let's not forget, this is Extreme Rules. That is Bob Shatopa calling our first match here.
Referee rings a bell and here we go. Oh, great start there for Jose Gonzalez with the Bulldog. Stunning the Reaper early on in this match. This is exactly what he needs to do, Owen. Just keep on the Demon of Fleet Street.
He cannot afford to let up, or things like this may happen.
Oh, big scoop slam by the Reaper. Of course, that power-based technique of the Reaper will be nothing fancy, but it's all painful and it's all incredibly effective. Oh!
Infliction of damage. Jose Gonzalez not quick enough to get out of the way there.
The Reaper will take his time sadistically and pick apart, piece by piece, the men's junior champion. We've seen it before.
Gonzalez trying to block the first suplex, manages to get out of the second.
Great counter there by Jose Gonzalez. He's been taught by some of the best in the game. A 200 plus day title run. He is no slouch. He's the men's junior champion. Great drop kick to the spine of the Reaper.
Put off all his competitors. This tournament, the Reaper has managed to get through. Oh,
going for a pin here, not even a one. Bob Shatopa down, perfect position by the referee, but that just shows you the resilience of the Reaper, which has been well documented there. When this guy has unhuman recuperation powers. I mean, it's one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in all my years in the business. It is the Reaper's response. It's terrifying to watch.
It really is. You can seem to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at the man, and he'll just get up, shrug it off, and come back with elbow drops like that.
Goes for a pin here after that elbow right to the heart of Jose Gonzalez. Kicks out after one. The men's junior champion will not go down easy. I can guarantee you that. Oh, side slam there, beautiful by the Reaper. Again, this methodical approach by the Reaper. He will not be harassed or harangued by these fans into going at any other pace in his own.
Seen this before, that stomp to the back of the neck.
Sadistic stomp by the Reaper, right to the back of the skull of Jose Gonzalez.
Gonzalez in trouble here. Reaper primed and ready. I don't think anyone has kicked out of the Dominator.
That could be all.
Down for the count.
2. No! Jose Gonzalez just kicked out of the Dominator. That might just be a first, Owen.
The Reaper cannot believe it. Not sure how good news that is for Jose Gonzalez. The current champion still not looking good.
That surprised me. The Reaper didn't even show an inch of frustration. He kept laser focused on the men's junior champion, and now goes for the GB8 neck wrench, trying to wear down the core of the men's junior champion Jose Gonzalez. Going for a pin here. After the Dominator, this could be all. No! 2.9. It was close.
Gonzalez with no offense here.
Dolph!
Gonna have to escape the Reaper soon.
I can't imagine what Gabriel and his brother are going through in the back, watching this as their son/nephew is just being picked apart by this monster. 2, no!
Gonzalez defiant as his uncle and father.
Oh, is a Gonzalez. Defiance runs in his blood. European uppercut. Is this the start of a comeback? Wait a minute, Owen.
Gonzalez Buster! Gonzalez Buster from nowhere! Jose Gonzalez is gonna steal one right here!
Owen setting up that gory surfboard special.
Go for it, kid! Yes! Locked in!
Settles the Reaper down. Converts into a gory dragon sleeper.
Tap out!
The Reaper in a horribly contorted position. It's somehow holding on.
No, the Reaper counters. I have never seen that submission countered before, but the Reaper managed it.
2 moves that have put away opponents have failed to do so here tonight in our first match.
Jose Gonzalez kept right on top of the Reaper with that strong DDT. He hollers to the crowd who are right behind him. What a clothesline by the Reaper! Devastating clothesline.
Gonzalez trying to get up and out of the way, but could not.
Vicious right hand from the purest striker in the game. What a big boot!
Reaper once again changing the landscape of this match.
Vicious suit bones. You can hear those tracks from here. What a Uranagi. That is it. That has to be it. 2. No!
Gonzalez still holds on.
Unbelievable. Unreal resilience from Jose Gonzalez.
Manages to sweep the leg.
I think the guys in the back just exploded, Owen.
I think so. I think everyone out here has as well.
Flat back on the top. Beautiful, hanging the neck of Jose on that top rope.
Arm drag from Jose. Reversal here. I think the Reaper managed to block the kicks.
He absorbed it and then came back with that high clothesline. More importantly, Owen.
Looking for it again.
Dominator!
Well, you may escape 1, but I would bet my house against escaping 2. 2! That's it! Free! The Reaper is the new men's junior champion. Mercifully, it is over.
I thought Jose may have had that one there with that Gonzalez Buster. Perhaps not even wasting any time and going straight into that gory dragon sleeper, but it was not enough. After a second dominance, so we now have a new junior women's champion.
Junior men's champion,
excuse me. Thinking the match about to come up.
But what a victory, Owen, for the Reaper. 212 days was the record for Jose Gonzalez as the men's junior champion, and the Reaper in one foul swoop, in one destructive show of dominance, power and aggression, has beaten the best the juniors division had to offer. What a victory for the Demon of Fleet Street.
One of 3 possibilities for End Times to walk out here with gold.
And new Junior Men's Champion, the Reaper.
That's an omen for the rest of the night. We are all in for dark times ahead.
and is for the Women's Championship.
Well, there you see it, a sold-out crowd here live at the warehouse. 12,000 strong have come to support one of their own, Olivia Wallace, who has been the underdog throughout this entire Junior Women's Championship, Erwin, and has got all the way to the final and is one match away from shocking the world and beating the French phenom for the Junior Women's Championship. You've been at the compound, Erwin, training with some of our youngsters, so my question to you, sir, is she capable? Can she beat the phenom?
Well, it is a submission match, which does certainly favour Durand. However, Olivia Wallace has certainly made a name for herself with this tournament, and is arguably the hot favourite here tonight to take that gold from Durand. Current champion, of course, managed to get that championship from Melissa Sanchez,
and the French phenom has never looked back.
Former EFW Women's Champion skipped her place in the tournament with that challenge. As a result, has been Junior Women's Champion for 105 days.
I often call Kobayashi one of our N.E.W stalwarts, the greatest international acquisition in the company's history. Well, Durand would have one or two things to say about that. I can tell you, this 7-year veteran travelled all around Europe, been champion anywhere she's gone. Adrian Goldman fought tooth and nail for this woman's signature, Erwin, and he got it, and she has never looked back. She's already, as you can see, the Junior Women's Champion. She claims she has bigger fish to fry after she has beaten Olivia Wallace via submission, which, as we both know, is very much in Durand's ballpark.
Let's not forget Olivia Wallace is known for pulling out a Boston Crab or two. She could have some surprises up her sleeve here tonight, but Durand certainly more known for her submission walks. It's going to be a tough one for the challenger.
It is technique versus power. It is a story as old as time, and it is for the Junior Women's Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Wellington, New Zealand, Olivia Wallace.
Confidence in the eyes of the rookie.
Introducing the champion from Paris, France. She is the Women's Champion, Durand.
Composure shown by the champion. She's so used to holding gold, Erwin. What would this do to the psychological image of Durand, who considers herself one of the best female technical wrestlers in the world, if she was to lose her title via submission? I mean,
to a relative newcomer.
I mean, it's almost impossible, but it could happen. We're about to see it. The world is watching, and this could be interesting.
Shatoka in for his second match of the night, half an hour on the clock.
Bob's pulling some double time here tonight.
Also arguably an advantage for Durand that time, to try and lock the submission in. If Olivia Wallace fails to do so and Durand fails to do so, by default Durand will retain the title.
It's a very good point, Erwin. We already saw a hammerlock there taking down Wallace. Wallace now goes for the headlock into counter. Oh, kick to the gut there of Wallace. We're expecting a technically based match here tonight, but both of these ladies are capable of the astounding. We'll call her the French phenom for nothing.
Durand quick to keep walking up, with Wallace trying to out-wrestle her here.
It looks like Durand's already picked a body part, Erwin. We're not even a minute in, and already Durand has gone for that right arm time and time again. Oof, hard elbow with a left by Wallace, showing that she can adapt on the fly. That's what the rookie needs to do here if she stands any chance against the veteran Durand.
Just powering Durand into that corner. Just trying to get between them.
Bob Chatopa is not a small man, he is struggling to break up these two warring women.
Off the ropes.
Oh,
Caught Durand with another knee.
oh, what a DDT.
Beautiful reversal there by Durand.
Right into the gut, that aggressive streak of Durand going straight for a submission here. That crossface locked in. You see that knee just arched into the back of Wallace.
Wallace managing to escape.
Oh, Russian leg sweep. Hard Russian leg sweep there. Elbow right to the heart. Durand, his offense is just never ending. She just keeps on coming, Irwin.
Moves to the guts.
On clothesline. Wallace will keep it simple. It is her MO.
Both of these quite keen to just keep the offense at a maximum.
Did you see though, Irwin, Olivia Wallace just rotate her collarbone there with that shoulder. Her right arm has already taken some damage from Durand in this matchup, and there you see it. Durand has already seen the damage, is already working on that arm. Never one to hedge your bets, however. With that knee breaker, Durand is more than capable of picking apart Olivia Wallace here, in my opinion. I mean, I rate Wallace, don't get me wrong, Owen, but she's a very power-based wrestler. She's going to have to pull out a new trick or two if she stands any chance against Durand here tonight.
Yeah, well, as we mentioned in the introductions, Wallace certainly not known for her submissions, although she can pull them out. Certainly favouring Durand. Olivia Wallace doesn't have one of those surprises up her sleeve.
Club to the shoulder for the cash in that receipt.
Difficult night for her.
Of course, Durand has been known to favour the crossface submission, so that damage that Olivia Wallace does to Durand's arms can only help her later as this match goes on. Hard elbow blocks there, block the foot with Durand. Into the other corner they go.
Wallace tried to run in there. Durand countering it into a whip.
Too firm, right hands by Wallace. Gone out the corner, what a backbreaker. Again, nothing fancy by Wallace, but that power, that effectiveness is unquestionable.
Said she needs to dominate for a few minutes before attempting a submission.
Beautiful pump handle slam.
That would be my estimation of it, but Durand still finding counters.
Again, Irwin countering by the arm. Everything Durand does is so fluid, so calculated.
Shades of Melissa Sanchez, who she took the championship from.
She's been mimicking that finishing manoeuvre in recent weeks since the defeat of the Cuban missile Melissa Sanchez.
And for a half count clutch.
Works on the arm and the shoulder and the back of Olivia Wallace. Those pressure points have been noticed, shall we say, by the French phenom. What a single leg drop kick by the veteran, who's not afraid to take a risk here with top rope. Misses with a knee. Missed with a knee.
That could be a huge mistake. Durand's knee's taking a massive impact on the outside.
Nothing but that wafer thin match. She could have broken her knee doing that, Irwin.
And if that's so, straight into the turnbuckle post. If that is so, and she can get her back in the ring and apply a Boston Crab, this could be all over for Durand here.
Wallace, like a shark in the water, suddenly realises that the turn of tide may be on the cards here. What a shot, right to the head.
Working on the back here. I think Olivia Wallace has a similar plan in mind.
Stiff clothesline right to the back of the neck there of Durand. Olivia Wallace finally seems to be finding a groove. Interestingly, not elected to work on the legs, Irwin.
No, but is working on the back, which could perhaps multiply the pain if she does lock in a Boston Crab.
Perhaps she already feels the damage has been done to the knees. Jawbreaker by Durand. Never afraid to counter. A counter is the French phenom. What a DDT.
crowd on their feet.
Very conflicted crowd, I would say, in this match, Erwin. I mean, there's a lot of people here cheering for Olivia Wallace being the home crowd favourite, but there's many people in this crowd that are finally seeing what we've been saying all along, that the French phenom really is phenomenal.
Another reversal, and he's now picking up some steam against Olivia Wallace with 2 clotheslines and a single leg drop kick. 5 minutes have elapsed in this match.
Yeah, you've got to keep an eye on that clock as this match rolls on. It gets all the more important. Gut-wrench suplex, beautiful suplex there by Olivia Wallace, right in the corner. But that hamper her for a submission. Oof, thinks better of it, perhaps noticing the ropes. Oh, hard elbow, as that time cost Wallace. Duran now. Go back into the corner. Of course, the corner work has been much applauded there, Duran, but Olivia Wallace has had counter. She has had Duran's corner work well scouted in this match so far, Owen.
Indeed,
Arm drag.
Swinging that pendulum of momentum back and forth.
Oh, what a running big boot there by Olivia Wallace, just taking down Duran, utilising those long legs. And now she's in a much better position, Owen, for the camel clutch. It is locked in and locked in tight. Think of all the damage that has been done to Duran's back throughout this matchup.
Duran managed to get free.
Great counter by the Phenom. That's exactly what you would expect from the woman who calls herself the best technical wrestler in the world. Wait a minute, Wallace came running at her, but again Duran finds a way. DDT.
We've seen a lot more submission attempts from Duran, but no one with a successful one out of yet. Junior Women's Championship on the line, and they are trading blows. Boss Woman Slam.
The Boss Woman Slam from Olivia Wallace.
In any other match that could have been it.
Any other match that would have been it, but not tonight.
Don't quite get well locked in.
Yeah, countered immediately there by Duran, who had that camel clutch well scouted this time. Well countered by the French Phenom. And as this match goes on, Duran will try to evolve. You see it there with those kicks.
Time following her into that turnbuckle, but no one was there.
Yeah, misses with the splash. Olivia Wallace with superb reflexes, getting out the way. Throwing Duran over the top rope. Went out the hard way. And for the second time tonight, Duran hits that wafer thin mat. At velocity. Oh, wait a minute. No, on the outside.
On those wafer thin mats.
Dear God, the carnage. That's exactly what the Junior Women's Championship means to both these ladies.
Perhaps a receipt from before. Olivia Wallace's face, this time smashing off the turnbuckle post.
As if the DDT wasn't enough.
Dead round, either catching her breath or admiring her handiwork here.
She could be woozy herself, Owen. I mean, she has taken some hard shots in this matchup. Neither of these women can be at 100%. This has been a war.
This has been a brutal near 10 minutes.
We have potentially 21 minutes of this left to go, ladies and gentlemen, unless one of these two ladies can make their competitor here tonight submit.
Back to the outside it goes. Duran up to the top again. Don't know how wise this is after her first attempt missed.
Misses again.
Leapfrog way too far over. I think was going for a seated senton.
Misjudged it completely. Did Duran that uncharacteristic mistake by the French Phenom. I mean, that proves it, Erwin. She is nowhere near 100% after this battle. Olivia Wallace again sending Duran to the outside. You see a tactic forming here by the homegrown talent. Everything hurts a little bit more on the outside. What a suplex brought back in the hard way by Wallace.
The mistake from Duran has given Wallace a chance here, and she's got a nerve hold locked in.
Yeah, that bear claw locked in on that shoulder, that rotisserie cuff. That's already has a lot of damage done to it here tonight. What a sweep of the leg there though by Dare Duran, that quick thinking counter. Big back body drop by Wallace, sending one right back to the French phenom. This is back and forth stuff, Erwin.
It really is. Oh, Durand again with a counter.
I can't believe Olivia Wallace is holding her own against one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. That is just a fact. Whatever you think about Dare Duran, she is one of the best in the world.
Durand again with a Sanchez move. And springboard bulldog.
Olivia Wallace has more than held her own here tonight.
Durand now with a half camel clutch. Centre of the ring locked in deep.
When you think about all the damage done to Wallace's head, will this be enough for the French phenom? Will she retain tonight? Her violence is golden.
No. Wallace manages to escape once more.
Off.
Some hard shots.
You can hear those shots from up here.
Oh.
Shots to the ribbons. And if you can't breathe, you can't fight. Wallace still countering the corner work again of Duran. The swift forehand Duran put a stop to that, but the kick back again, back and forth between these two ladies. Olivia Wallace now trying to regain some momentum. Spinebuster by Wallace. Now that is how you regain momentum.
Oh, and this is exactly what I was on about, but too close to the ropes. That Boston Crab.
The wherewithal by Dare Duran. She got a hand on that bottom rope the minute that submission was locked in by Wallace, giving Wallace no time whatsoever to extend the submission, to pull it on back, but the Bossman slam might just be enough to decapacitate. Well, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Hurricane Rana Canada, Duran playing possum. The veteran there.
Oh, switching into a stump puller. Beautiful transition there.
Well, we've seen that from the World Heavyweight Champion Cowboy Rye. Dare Duran paying homage to the current World Heavyweight Champion here with that classic stump puller submission. That was classic, Cowboy.
Wallace finding a way to free again. The damage to these two women must be adding up. Oh, caught the forearm.
The discus forearm wasn't enough. Olivia Wallace was waiting and ready. Oh, corkscrew DDT, corkscrew neckbreaker. Beautiful there by Wallace.
It's going to a GBH neck wrench here.
Patented by the icon himself, who will defend his Intercontinental Championship later tonight. This truly is a night of champions. Every title on the line. Neckbreaker, forearm by Duran, and the champion is coming right back into this thing.
So is
big back body drop, another counter. Every single time, Erwin, one of these ladies gains a little bit of momentum. What a right hand. The other woman counters. Down. But you can't counter a right hand to the face. Not when you're 0 feet away. What a match this has been. Oh! Forearm by Duran, who isn't done yet. This is a slugfest. It's an absolute slugfest.
These two just battling back and forth. Just under 18 minutes left in this matchup.
Well, I didn't think it would be possible that we would nearly have gone halfway in this submission match. I thought, well, to be totally honest, what a spine buster by Wallace. I thought that Duran would have had this won by now, but the one in the driving seat right now, the woman with the submission locked in is Olivia Wallace, but it was countered so quickly by the champion. That is why she's one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, Erwin.
Managing to sweep Wallace there as well.
That submission hold was on for all of 3 seconds. What a counter by Duran, but what a left by Wallace. Back and forth they go. Boss woman slam.
Oh my.
Kick to the head.
Kick
by Duran. Chop. My God. Blood to the back. It just keeps going.
These two women giving it their all for the Junior Women's Championship. And again, Dare Duran with the Melissa Sanchez Springboard Bulldog.
Sanchez Bulldog. by Dave Duran, sending a message perhaps to the Cuban missile, but if she's not entirely focused on Olivia Wallace, this one ain't done just yet. What's that half camel clutch?
Again.
Locked in.
Just the wear down to that back throughout this match. Wallace again managing to get out.
Unbelievable resilience from the rookie. This is the making of Olivia Wallace here tonight.
Went for a DDT, Duran blocked, got into a headlock of her own.
Jawbreaker by Duran. The champion just keeps on coming back.
And Wallace's head bounced off the bottom rope there as she went down. Oh, it'll be bad news. And what has already been a brutal match, going straight back to that half camel clutch.
You see it now, the business end of the match has started to begin, when Dave Duran is locking in submission after submission, and this time I'm not sure if Wallace can break the hold. Oh wait a minute, commentators curse because she did exactly that. Oh, backbreaker by Wallace, who keeps surprising everybody in this arena. Jawbreaker by Duran. Powered by Wallace.
The longer this match has gone on, the harder it has been to determine who will come out victorious. Dave Duran unloading, but so is Wallace.
This is just too close to call, Owen. You're absolutely right. Oh, swinging neckbreaker again by Olivia Wallace, and any other night that could have been it, but not tonight. Sweep of the legs by Duran. Her counterwork tonight, Owen, has been flawless.
Totally on form. What a chop. Oh, caught the kick.
But then again, so is Olivia Wallace, who is standing toe-to-toe with one of the best female competitors in the world. The rookie has surprised the world here tonight.
Just over 15 minutes left in this matchup. It has spilled to the outside.
I am absolutely staggered that this match is still going on. I had Duran for this one. A strong win for the champion is what I wrote down in my notes here, and that is not what has happened. Olivia Wallace is in control. Olivia Wallace has took the best Duran has offered and has keep on fighting.
Oh, counter with the arm drag there. Dave Duran back. Oh no, maybe not. Wallace with a firm boot again.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, belly, what a belly-to-belly suplex. There's almost an overhead.
Turning Duran inside out.
Sheer power going right back for the Icon's favourite, the GBX neck wrench.
Olivia Wallace signalling that it's going to be over.
We are looking potentially at the future of N.E.W. Women's Division right here. One a left hand by Dave Duran. Running DDT! Straight to the dead man with that glorious DDT!
You see the fatigue finally showing as Olivia Wallace took some time to get up there.
Oh! What a belly-to-belly by Wallace! Unbelievable matchup! And it will not end until the time runs out or one of these women quit. It's the only way this can end, this rabid match.
Like the time is going to run out
rivalry.
These two tap.
DDT by Wallace.
Olivia Wallace not wanting the tournament to mean nothing at this late stage of the game. Bosswoman slam again.
But that's not what she needs, Owen. She needs a submission. She's well away at the feed on. Could this be it? Camel clutch. That favourite camel clutch by Wallace. All the damage to the back of Duran. Could this be it? Will the feed on tap out? Will the French feed on tap out? Will we name a new Women's Junior Champion? Not yet. Sweep of the legs by Duran.
Shoving again. Oh, catching Olivia Wallace off.
Neckbreaker. 13 minutes remain. Leg scissor elbow right to the head of Wallace, who wisely perhaps rolls out the ring to regain her composure. This gives both ladies moments to regroup after what has been an incredible physical confrontation.
Oh, Duran following her out there.
Oh,
And the brawl continues.
shit, just exchanging rights and lefts on the outside. Wallace rolling Duran back into the ring. That vicious right hand again, right to the temple. Kick to the knee by Duran. Swift forearm of her own. The French Phenom coming back.
Stomp. On back to the half camel clutch again.
The camel clutch been favoured by both ladies after the damage done to the back and the neck of both competitors. Bob Chitopa in a perfect position. Olivia Wallace refusing to tap out.
Again managing to find a way out of the hold. Oh,
You've been in submission matches, Erwin. You know what it takes to go 30-40 minutes and have body parts tweaked and contorted in ways they shouldn't be. Full camel clutch here, locked in by Wallace. Is this enough? Is this enough? Will we name a new junior women's champion?
Duran was not quick enough to escape from that one, but Olivia Wallace, perhaps fatigued, could not keep the hold on.
Well, what does it take, Erwin? What does it take to win a match like this?
Forearm into the corner.
The level.
You're right, this kind of match, these two women are going to be feeling this for weeks.
The level of damage done to both ladies now must be unreal. We are a minute and a half away from our 10-minute mark.
Dear God, no.
And Olivia Wallace has gone to the top rope. Don't do it, Olivia.
Duran on the outside.
No!
Duran managing
Sidestepped.
to counter.
Wallace went into the barrier. Duran sidestepped the elbow from the top rope.
Wallace trying to get to her feet. Duran catches her.
Olivia Wallace's ribs went right into that barrier, Erwin.
Well, that could have been yet another turning point in this matchup. But maybe not after that DDT in the corner.
Olivia Wallace, perhaps out of sheer desperation, hit that DDT and went right back to the bear claw. Went right back to the submission.
Crushing the tendons in the arm and the shoulder.
That is a excruciating nerve hold. Once that's locked in, you cannot move your arms.
Wallace now.
Oh, sweeping STO. My God, the power out of the blocks there from Olivia Wallace so late in the game.
These two women have put everything on the line. Wallace again up to the top rope.
High risk from Olivia Wallace. Misses with the knees. Hard elbow right to the heart by Duran. Olivia Wallace's own impact was the damage. Goes right back to the arm as what she originally started working on at the start of this match. And don't think for 1 second that Olivia Wallace...
Stump puller.
Oh dear, Duran had forgotten about that. Again the stump puller locked in for the second time in this match.
Wallace trying to find a way out of it.
Look at the contortion of the leg there of Olivia Wallace. It looks like she's been in a car crash.
And letting go. Interestingly enough, what a forearm. Again, the fatigue in this match. It could be that Duran can hold on for much longer.
Dolph. Swift forearm there by Wallace. Saved it perhaps. Reversal by Duran.
Less than 10 minutes left in this matchup. We could be looking at a draw here, I've got to believe it. After all these women have put each other through, neither of them want to give up.
Well, we have 9 minutes just over to determine a winner. Hard elbow there by Wallace. Going back to the arm of Duran.
Bosswoman
Slam. How many of those have Duran took in this match here tonight?
We're on 4 or 5 now. And a camel clutch locked in, but again Duran quickly there.
There you see it, she just grabbed the arms going straight away. I mean, that full Boston crab has been well scouted by Duran throughout this entire matchup. and we may have to contend with the possibility that that is the only submission that Olivia Wallace feels comfortable in producing.
Yeah, the one time she went for the Boston Crab, she was too close to the ropes. That camel clutch has been her only other real attempt since. Oh, clothesline to the outside.
Wallace landed hard.
Duran
now on the top rope for the third time tonight. Duran gonna do something crazy. Oh!
Connects with the elbow.
Sickening thud as elbow met skull and then one to the heart just for good measure by the French Phenom.
Oh. Sends Wallace back in the ring. Mustafa checking on her. She's looking rather lifeless at the moment. Oh, and an elbow to the back.
My word, right between the shoulder blades. But tonight it will not be enough. Oh wait a minute, Octopa's down. The Irish whip that took Olivia Wallace into the corner has taken out our official. Oh, for the next few minutes, folks, anything goes. It's shot for shot between these two ladies.
Octopa back up now as they are battling in that corner.
Rights and lefts. The corner work of both ladies tonight has been vicious.
Duran once again caught.
Oh, gut wrench by Wallace. Listen to this capacity crowd. They know they've seen a war.
That is exactly what this has been. Oh!
Kick to the head by Duran. Is the time for one final flurry from the champion. Can she get this done? Can she beat the incredible resilience of Olivia Wallace? Hard knee to the gut of the champion. Arm wrench, wait a minute. Russian leg sweep by Wallace. The French Phenom for a split second there was back on the mat, which is where you gotta believe she needs to be. Oh,
another counter.
Great counter by Duran. The wherewithal from the champion at this point is insane.
Both of these women
It's countering on instinct, Erwin.
feeling the fatigue this match has brought them. Just over 6 minutes remain, and again this goes to the outside.
In no man's territory, there are no countouts, no disqualifications. Submission is the only way this match can end. Or the time running out. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remain.
Sent back in the ring. I wonder what it means if she can hold on for 6 minutes. Will she get a rematch?
Half camel clutch. Duran is determined to not let that happen.
Oh,
there it is. The tap out.
Finally, Wallace couldn't take any more.
Locked in, and as quickly as it was locked in, it was over, and the French Phenom retained. But I don't think anybody expected the fight that was shown tonight by the rookie Olivia Wallace. I said it in the middle of this match and I meant it. Tonight was the making of Olivia Wallace, Erwin.
This match was not within the skill set of Wallace, but she gave it 110% regardless. Duran just scraping through with a victory here with just over 6 minutes left on the clock.
And what does that tell you about the potential of Olivia Wallace? But what does that tell you about the champion, the French Phenom, Duran? She claims to be the best technical wrestler in the world. Tonight, did she prove it? Well, that one is up to you.
You're right, this is all adding insult to injury. Count of 7. Psycho Sonia's face straight into that turnbuckle, but later with an ungodly German suplex on the outside.
Diana Simmons is a legal woman and she's just been German suplexed out of her boots.
So is Psycho Sonia, and that's the count of 9.
Sonia might not answer the count. We could have a double count out here. There it is, it's a draw.
Once again going up to the top rope.
Doesn't need to take this risk at this stage in the game. Imagine the amount of pain this woman must be in from the top rope, and again she lets Simmons gets back to the feet. And how much of a mistake will this be for Psycho
First
Sonia?
time, but she's not facing her this time. Oh, collides right into the back of Simmons, both women down on the mat.
Well, it was an ugly landing, but perhaps Diana Simmons facing away from Sonia was an advantage to Sonia after all. That kick connected heavily to the back of the neck of Diana Simmons, and both ladies are down. Sonia is on her feet first, but can she make the tag?
Goes for the pin
She
instead.
elects not to. Shatopa's down. Will it be enough? Young's nowhere to be seen.
It is. Taking a deep breath now, but what a battle.
I mean, look, now she's staggering about. Now she has to take a moment. Now she has to take a breath. The fact that she got to this point is insane in its own regard. And she is still going. Primed, ready, Dixon.
Oh, flipping her over.
Well, we know what this means.
Sonia statement.
That's it. Surely that is it. It's locked in.
It
Don't believe it
is.
there. She's not going to get there soon enough. Tap out. Lisa Chase is now taking Sonia Jackson to the outside.
Baseball slide. Drop kick.
Beautiful. By Lisa Chase, who doesn't pull that one out often.
Count begins. Jackson. Oh, wait.
Counter by Jackson on the outside. Lord, the damage that could be done out there could be an end game for either team here, considering the damage they've taken in this incredibly physical matchup. Jackson and Chase now just brawling on the outside, trying to gain the upper hand on each other. One high impact maneuver out there really could change the outcome of this matchup.
This is getting scary. Psycho Sonia being told to stay where she
by
is.
Roy Hunter.
By Hunter. Oh. Count of 6 here. Sonia Jackson certainly rocked. Oh, sent into the knee. Psycho Sonia. Oh, and then into the steps.
Head bouncing off the steel, Lisa Chase. That could be the shot that she was looking for.
The count of 8.
A stomp to the back of the head just for good measure.
Count of 9 here.
Count of time, Chase is
Chase
back in.
stepping
Jackson's
back
not
in.
going to answer the count. That's it, the Outlaws have done it by hook or by crook.
Sonia now sending her back into the Outlaws' corner. Tag made to a fresher Lisa Chase.
If ever a tag was needed, that was it. That was the moment.
They have one thing in mind, setting up for it. The neck break bomb.
Classic Outlaws. Shatopa this time, perfect position. Sonia is not going to be able to run interference.
Oh,
Madison
but
couldn't
Madison
get
couldn't get
there.
there.
The Outlaws. Romy
Now
seemingly undecided on what to do next.
was waiting for her to come out the corner. Devastating super kick.
And if he gets the pin there, in the corner of this new team, Romy and Dynamite. Dynamite needs some interference. Chase is there as missed. There it is. Rachel, Romy and Great Girl Dynamite have just beat the Outlaws. Psycho Sonia.
We've seen this.
Classic Outlaws are in.
Neck break bomb.
Beautiful neck break bomb. Chase is there to move the pin. Shatopa's perfect position. This could be it, like it has been so many times before.
And it is.
It's been a long and lonesome road for the Outlaws to get to this night, to get to this opportunity, still desperate to prove that they are the team to beat in the women's tag team division. But for the first time in a storied career, the Outlaws come into a match as the underdogs.
Yeah, we saw the highlights there of the tag tournament essentially that they had to go through and to keep on winning. And when they didn't win against the league, they faced a rubber match with them, eventually getting this title shot. But then in the interim before this match, we have had 4 prelude matches, single one-on-one competition, and the current champions have won every single one. Lisa Chase also has to consider her women's championship match later on tonight.
Lisa Chase will be pulling double duty, you're quite right to point that one out, Erwin, and does that put it in the hands of the shameless self-promoters, the current N.E.W. Women's Tag Team Champions, Foxy Valentine.
In N.E.W. fashion, it is normally an elimination tag match to determine new tag champions, much like the men's tag later on, albeit a tag team table elimination. This, however, is the first fall to the finish as chosen by the current champions.
Well, yeah, the champions have elected to ignore N.E.W. tradition, as is their right. It should be said, as champions. I mean, it is the champion's advantage in that respect. So there's nothing particularly wrong about what Foxy Valentine did. It's just unusual.
Yeah, very unorthodox here. Perhaps boasting their confidence, thinking that they won't need that elimination loophole. I mean, we've seen it before where it's ended up as essentially a singles match to determine tag team champion. That is not going to be the case here tonight. There is no elimination.
Foxy Valentine have been saying it for months now. They believe they are the new breed. They believe they now are undisputably the best women's tag team in N.E.W. today. The Outlaws tonight will be forced to prove them wrong.
Lisa Chase, Psycho Sonia on the way to the ring. Lisa Chase and Psycho Sonia, the Outlaws. Lisa Chase, Psycho Sonia, and their opponents. They are the Fox and Nancy Valentine.
Well, there you have it. A pretty good reaction, it has to be said, for the champions there. That one surprised me, Erwin.
228 days. The longest single and overall tag team champions.
Roy Hunter, former pay-per-view official here,
They have managed to stay above competition here.
rings the bell, and here we go. Lisa Chase kicking things off for the Outlaws, as is their usual tactic here. I must admit, I did expect Psycho Sonia to start this match, considering Lisa Chase's women's title shot later on tonight. But the Outlaws here sticking with what they know. Chase and Fox.
Fox catching that.
Yeah, spinning wheel kick there by the Fox, the first ever dual women's champion here in N.E.W. history. Jawbreaker there by Lisa Chase.
Gotta wonder about that
Countered.
psychological edge.
Handbreaker counter, beautiful there by the Fox. Absolutely, Erwin. That psychological edge must be playing on the minds of the Outlaws. How could it not?
Counter though.
Reverse DDT by Lisa Chase. I mean, the experience factor is what the Outlaws have for them here tonight. They have been in this position so many times before. They've been fought, done with so many times before, and every single time before they have proved their doubters wrong. Will it be the same tonight, however, with Foxy Valentine? The corner work there of the Fox was sound. Countered Chase at the moment she needed to.
There are 3 women's tag teams here that claim to be the best. True Force, Foxy Valentines, and the Outlaws all have had these tag team championships in the past, and this is just another match to try and get that bragging right, keep or obtain those championships once more.
Done
to do so.
Overhand drag elbow. Double nipple. Classic Outlaws.
Psycho Sonia now, a legal woman.
Yeah, tag made with that classic Outlaw double team, but I couldn't help but hear the chorus of boos there with for the Outlaws.
Very unusual here.
That is undoubted, ladies and gentlemen. People are booing the Outlaws.
Didn't hear many cheers for Fox before when her offense was off either. Big backdrop there from Psycho Sonia. A few more cheers returning now. Perhaps reacting to Nancy Valentine on the apron.
Perhaps.
Slightly off our shot when the boos began.
Yeah, I mean, well, perhaps it's just a partisan crowd, you never know. In these type of scenarios, we're back in Newcastle, and I love this place, but there are crazy people.
It's been a while since we've been here.
Jawbreaker by the Fox. It's great to be back in Newcastle, but what a match.
United has already been in this, only our third match, third title defence of the night.
Well, just the calibre of this match is... Oh, what a springboard kick there by the Fox. You said it, Erwin, we have 3 teams in this division who claim to be the best. But right now, Foxy Valentine are the best because they are champions. The Outlaws, one of the founding blocks of this very division, are not only fighting for those titles, they're fighting for their reputation. Oh! What a forearm!
Nancy Valentine sent to the outside by Psycho Sonia here. We'll have to be aware of that 10 count. You cannot win the titles on a count out.
Which won't bother Foxy Valentine one bit. They'll take a count out victory, I can guarantee you that, without batting an eyelid.
So they're trying to get this back in the ring.
Yeah, Roy Hunt there, wisely staying in the ring there, just telling the competitors to come back to him. I think, that speaks volumes about this matchup, Erwin, and how important the women's tag team titles are in N.E.W. Roy Hunter effectively are
Former pay-per-view official. You have to do full nights back in the day.
Exactly. Our second in command, if you will, when it comes to our referees.
Neckbreaker.
What a neckbreaker by Sonia.
Crowd on the edge of their seats.
Hard knees there by Sonia. Right in the corner.
Lisa Chase having like that there.
Well, yeah, I mean, Lisa Chase knows that her partner's legs are sometimes more dangerous than the rest of her, which is quite the statement. 2. When you think about it, that is.
Nancy Valentine kicking out there. Oh, look at this.
Oh, submission.
Beautifully applied there by Psycho Sonia, that straight jacket over the knee.
Just choking the life out of Nancy Valentine, the protege, of course, of the Fox.
Find a vertical base here and break that hold, and it does.
Great counter there by Nancy Valentine. The Fox has taught her tag team partner well. I've always said it, Erwin. I mean, the Fox's greatest acquisition is her mind.
To argue, he always has a plan, much like Adrian Goldman.
Oh, what a piece of athleticism! Oh,
Enziguri.
A nip up into Guri, a reverse nip up into Guri. That was tremendous athleticism by the Fox, who looked like to be in trouble there at the hands of Psycho Sonia, who's now fighting back with that hard knee, keeping it simple, is the veteran.
Sonia has something planned here for Fox. Valentine looking unconcerned.
No!
Sonia statement.
Away with it.
Locking it in, but those legs just reaching the bottom row.
Only just. Hunter though, right to call the break.
Oh, overhead go wrench from Psycho Sonia. normal tag team match.
In the corner they go, tag made. Lisa Chase now, the legal woman. A little bit of outlaw magic here from the corner. Oh, wait a minute.
Seconds.
Oh, surely not.
Oh God! Double backdrop off the top rope.
My word. What impact.
Outlaws back in control of this matchup. Fox is rocked.
Remember, Owen, it's the double teams that what made the Outlaws famous. Hurricane Rana throwing out something new here tonight, just trying to throw Foxy Valentine off their stride here. Jawbreaker by the Fox. Still in this thing. First ever dual women's champion. Oh, Northern Lights suplex. Beautiful there by the Fox, and in 2 moves is right back in this thing. Wasting far too much time.
Getting far too confident here.
Oh,
Single drop kick takes down Lisa Chase. She rolls to the apron.
this crowd not appreciating that one bit as Lisa Chase drags herself up by the ropes. Oh, misses. I thought the shoulder there was going to take her out, but managed to get a foot to the face of the Fox.
Just have the advantage back, sends Fox into the corner.
I just think how much of Lisa Chase's offense comes from that corner room, and we're going to see it here. Buckleplex.
That could be it right there.
That has won this lady championships. Arm drag, but not tonight, at least not yet.
Desperate.
Oh.
And Fox has paid off there.
And remember, when Lisa Chase is in a match, and not only any match, a ladder match later tonight for the Women's Heavyweight Championship. How much must that be playing on the mind tonight of Lisa Chase? DDT by the Outlaw.
Indeed, a very good point. Lisa Chase still having a ladder match against the Phantom to consider.
I couldn't even conceive of a more brutal possible matchup for Lisa Chase to be in on if she is indeed running double duty, as we know she is tonight. Isn't it a shame that it has come to this? You choose your battles carefully here in N.E.W.
Still under running double duty. Oh.
Chase winning interference, doesn't get Valentine. Fox didn't need her, kicked out 2.9. Lisa Chase got hold of Nancy Valentine, but Valentine fighting back here. The two illegal women still in the ring. Roy Hunter going to try and have to regain some kind of order here. Psycho Sonia catching her breath, and the Fox seems to be down for the count here.
Valentine
Boom.
taking care of Lisa Chase with a bulldog. Fox now back to her feet. I think Sonia's slightly distracted with what was going on with the other two. Chase and Valentine.
I know the Outlaws don't operate like this, Owen, but if Lisa Chase has got any sense right now, she'll stay in that corner and let Psycho Sonia do the dirty work. Oh, airbomb pulled out from the corner. If I remember rightly, True Force tried a similar tactic last week. It didn't really work out for them, but the Outlaws are a different kettle of fish.
Indeed, Psycho Sonia does not have another match tonight and can probably afford the extra damage. They'll probably take it too.
Springboard. Oh, moonsault, beautiful there by the Fox. Classic offense there from the first ever dual women's champion here in N.E.W. We keep mentioning it because it's never been done before or since. Lisa Chase could achieve that here tonight, but she has to win this match first before that's even a possibility. Arm drag there by Nancy Valentine, keeping it nice and simple there, but it was effective against Psycho Sonia. Arm drag, forearm.
String pace.
Electric chair drop to Psycho Sonia.
This crowd crowd not happy with the success Foxy Valentines are picking up here. Oh! It has been back and forth, going for a pin.
Roy Hunter slightly out of position there. 1, 2. Oh!
Very close fall.
And now does Nancy Valentine have any right to feel slightly aggrieved there? Roy Hunter's positioning. And a characteristic mistake there by one of our senior officials. Both these ladies lock up again. Oh, swift right hand there by Psycho Sonia. Who clearly got tired of the lock-up game. Alicia Chase wisely getting out of those crazy knees of Psycho Sonia.
They did not connect with Nancy Valentine.
Did not, hard elbow connected, but so did an arm drag counter. Both these ladies back and forth, countered again by Valentine. Countered again by Sonia.
Super kick by Psycho Sonia. Listen to this crowd. And now Sonia just stomping a mud hole into the black heart of Nancy Valentine. Camel clutch applied.
Saw plenty of them in our previous encounter with Olivia Wallace and Deirdre Rand. Valentine managing to break free.
Yeah, countered beautifully there by Valentine, who then hung Psycho Sonia up on that bottom rope. Backbreaker by Valentine.
Chase Young, the old face buster.
Yeah, that could be it. Nancy Valentine has won matches with that very manoeuvre. 2. Chase isn't going to get there. Oh, double axe handle at the last possible second. I think the body of the foot of the Fox disrupted Roy Hunter's count. This match continues, but barely.
I think Roy Hunter having to get out of the way of Fox blistering in there. Either way, the count was broken.
Oh!
Valentine ball,
that submission locked in. Psycho Sonia middle of the ring and absolutely nowhere to go. And she's hit, she taps out. Foxy Valentine retain. Foxy Valentine have beaten the Outlaws. Do we have a new force in the women's tag team division?
Foxy Valentines managing to come out victorious here, retaining the titles. Indeed, with that longest single and overall run as champions, you've got to believe they are now the firm tag team force here in the women's division.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have literally, like them or not, they have literally just beaten the most decorated team the women's division have to offer. Foxy Valentine, the shameless self-promoters, are still your women's tag team champions.
And Nancy Valentine.
We know it's possible, and he's trying to push it over. Forearm smashes. He has no soul, he has no arm. All he cares about is of his own. Oh no! In the corner, the Reaper coming to Fair the Reaper! Oh, not so much surprising, but he ain't human. Now more than ever, he still has that speed. The competitors, and this is on with the stairs. The way merciful for the second you know him. He tells people, steel chair. To the worst occasions. How many can Reaper's fights back. That was next to the Reaper, yes. Oh, that was. Oh. One big maneuver, another dominator on the concrete. Oh no, not again. The collar, not again. 2 in a row. Pin. Oh yes, there we go. P the double K, the pin by the Reaper. Yes.
Now Stevenson looking to eliminate Thunder and does.
Yes. Yes, it's over. Double K.
Oh dear.
Oh, he's going to anyway.
Come on.
Oh, Nelson, and my
Yes.
God,
It survived.
it doesn't though.
Another DDT.
Sean Stevenson.
DDT right on the table.
Where Stevenson was with that. Excuse me, Sean.
Oh, Hurricane Runner.
56 days are up. Escaping the cage.
Oh.
Straight these 2 men. One could question. Oh, but it didn't do enough for Bruce Brown.
Oh. And that's it.
On his shoulders.
Oh. Lost card. Oh, lost card.
On his shoulders.
The Hosakai effect. Lost card.
Warehouse in Newcastle.
Spine buster. Oh, and another ungodly spine buster. Lost card.
Again.
Spine buster.
First.
Oh,
Doesn't know where he is.
spine buster.
Looking for another backslide driver. New champion. Continue.
Only time will tell.
Oh, way to dismantle this young man. Oh, wait a minute.
Come on, 700
Surely he can't manage this backslide driver. Pizzazzing this match.
Absolutely right. Oh my spine buster. He just beat Snake.
And he's
right
laughing
hand.
about it.
Slide driver. Dog nights.
Should be another exciting one and again. Chuck. Oh, what strength again.
It's tremendous spine buster. Oh, defense.
Good run for it here.
Oh, Death Valley driver onto the ramp. Oh,
Levering.
oh, Fisherman.
He's on his feet.
Another Fisherman.
Backslide
Driver.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the National Championship.
That demonic music can only mean one thing. A member of End Times is upon us.
Surprisingly, actually coming along.
Grime has arrived. No longer the forgotten man
Hang on.
of End Times. Well, said it just a split second too soon there, buddy.
Clearly did.
Their second title opportunity here tonight, and look at him, the new junior men's champion, like a proud father, stands at his right hand side.
This only spells trouble, and I believe that's Joe Freeman on the other side.
Can never really tell with those masks that they wear. We have been told that is Joe Freeman. On the left side of Grime, what is clear is that this young man, who has a tremendous chance here to win the United Kingdom Championship against the current champions Bruce Brown's odds have just been cut significantly by the arrival of End Times. And you see that, the change in the guard there, Owen. The Reaper and Joe Freeman quite happy to listen to Grimes' instructions here tonight.
Well, arguably it is his time now in this matchup.
That little curt nod there from the Reaper, the leader of this group, seemingly allowing this to happen here tonight.
this means it just got tougher for the champion, who has managed to face some inevitable odds, such as facing Vega in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Bruce Brown, the longest single and overall run as UK champion, currently in his second run, 173 days.
Arguably already one of the best United Kingdom champions N.E.W. has ever seen. Considering this kid's still in his rookie year, it's quite impressive.
Certainly is. Again, that championship is what kept him from ending up in the junior division. It is arguably is what will keep him from going back to the junior division.
Bruce Brown with absolutely no intimidation, as we have come to expect from the Scottish spinebreaker.
Grime, of course, former two-time Intercontinental Champion, should not be ignored. His matches against GBH and Cowboy Roy in the past have certainly made his name here in N.E.W, but arguably has become one of the forgotten ones until end times.
Of course, proud Scottish heritage from Bruce Brown, born on the mean streets of Glasgow, rose in Inverness, father a shipbuilder, but Bruce Brown was never going to build ships. He was always going to break spines. N.E.W. original, both these men, Grime and Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown, of course, from our compound training facility, one of our great success stories already, United Kingdom champion. Will he return tonight against almost unbelievable odds?
Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 235 pounds, Grime.
Grime, the challenger.
Introducing the champion from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 330 pounds, he is the national champion, Bruce Brown.
And the champion will want to keep it that way. 2 runs with that title already in his short career. Takes perhaps one final look before handing it over to Roy Hunter, pulling out his second match tonight. Grime with a curt nod to our referee, and there you see it, one of the most coveted single prizes in our game today, the United Kingdom Championship. I put it on par with the Intercontinental Championship, Erwin, I really would, with a lot of guys in the back really covered the United Kingdom title.
Oh, certainly, it means a lot, especially to those native to the United Kingdom. Bruce Brown quickly sweeping Grime and looking to get things over with single leg Boston Crab.
Yeah, Bruce Brown not wasting any time here, going for an immediate submission on Grime. These guys are barely locked up. Powers out of it, does Grime, goes for the kick to the heart there, but that was caught well by the champion. Oh, what a knee drag. And there you see him in the background looming over Bruce Brown's shoulder. What a shot that is. End times, what kind of factor will there be in tonight's match?
Saw the carnage in the highlight reel there of the UK title defenders. It's almost surprising that this is only a 1-1, but has its own brutality with those at ringside against the champion.
Grime taking down Bruce Brown, keeping well focused on the champion so far in this matchup. Neck breaker by Grime. Don't count Grime out. I mean, Brown may have the size advantage here, but Grime is a seasoned veteran here within N.E.W. He's been around the block a few times. Oh!
Still hold scars on his face. Thanks to GBH.
Oh! Hard clothesline by Bruce Brown from the corner. And then the rake of the back. Duff! Nothing fancy by Brown, just sheer force offense.
For a pin. Got a one, but nothing else.
A one from Hunter, perfect position from the referee. Keeping a close eye on this one. So he dies in the back of his head with end times in Grime's corner. Oh, swift right hand. Hard clothesline by Brown. Oh, and there you see it. Is that the Reaper? That's a new junior men's champion. Trying to distract Bruce Brown so his boy can do exactly that. Sneak up behind him and deliver a beautiful neck breaker.
This is where it becomes real hard for the champion. Distractions like that
Atomic Bulldog.
going to be plentiful in this match. Grime now in control thanks to the distraction of the Reaper. He's now sliding a chair into the ring.
And yes, of course, the unique rulings of N.E.W. That chair will not be removed until it is deemed to do so by the referee. If either of these men use a chair without directly picking it up, it is still legal here within a one-on-one scenario in N.E.W.
Thought that was the plan Grime had there, but decides to move Brown to the other side of the ring. The Reaper providing a distraction here.
Two clubs directly to the back of Bruce Brown. Nothing fancy, but certainly effective. I mean, both these guys have very smash-mouth styles. You're not going to see many moonsaults today. These two guys are just going to beat each other down until we have a United Kingdom champion.
My God, what a hip toss! Bruce Brown is taking a beating here.
It's a lot of hip to toss, let's be honest. It's 350 pounds. Oh, almost benches Grime off him after one. Plenty of fight left in the current United Kingdom champion. Roy Hunter, meanwhile, takes that moment to get rid of the chair supplied kindly by the Reaper. Grime has not let that break his focus, not for 1 second. Going to the top rope here, uncharacteristically from Grime. High risk. Oh, the frog splash did not pay off. Bruce Brown got his knees up.
Yeah, Grime again uncharacteristically coming off the top rope. It did not pay off, but still managing to catch Bruce Brown. Another neck breaker.
Credit where credit's due. It was a beautiful frog splash. It just did not connect. Brown got the knees up, but Grime is still in the driving seat here. He's kept incredibly focused throughout this entire charge towards the United Kingdom title, Erwin.
But Brown now fighting back.
Those hard elbows by Bruce Brown. I think both these men are realising what that title means to their careers.
Baseball wind up with that double axe handle there, right to the face of Grime.
Spade-like hands by Bruce Brown, always a factor, but Grime keeping on the champion, Erwin. This is an impressive showing here by Grime.
It really is. Oh, word.
Monkey flip, beautiful, right from that arm. He's already worked on throughout this matchup. There is a cold, calculating edge to everything Grime is doing here tonight.
Bruce Brown just returning. Hurricane Rana.
Shades of the spectacular, over 300 pounds.
Look at this again. The Reaper back up on the apron and another neck breaker.
For the second time tonight, End Times' interference has worked perfectly for Grime. Imagine if it's a clean sweep just for 1 second, Erwin. Imagine if Grime beats Bruce Brown here tonight. Becomes United Kingdom champion.
Brown with a kick out.
And then Nate wins the Intercontinental Championship later tonight. And what a devastating effect that could have on the very future, the very soul of N.E.W.
It's very true. 1 out of 3 opportunities already in the hands of End Time. Sunset flip powerbomb.
Beautiful sunset flip powerbomb there by Grime, right off the top rope. He's pulling it all out the blocks here tonight again. This aerial offense is a new thing for Bruce Brown to consider. We have not seen this kind of offense from Grime before.
Going for the frog
Splash, this time it connects. Beautiful frog splash from Grime. That could be all. Bruce Brown is down.
Going for the pin.
Brown is down to... It's now 2.9.
Bruce Brown does not want to lose that title.
After that spectacular frog splash, I thought that was all, but Bruce Brown somehow got his shoulder up.
After all the distractions that End Times have provided in this match, now it's Spiral.
That's it. That's it. That's the killer blow. We've got a new United Kingdom champion. 2 now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Bruce Brown will not die.
Crowd are on their feet.
Big back body drop. The Scottish spine buster somehow has something left in the tank.
I think Bruce Brown was looking for one of those spine busters.
Grime wisely, Owen. You have to admit that is great ring presence by the youngster, getting on the other side of the rope, just cutting out the chance of one of those vicious spine busters, one of those game-changing spine busters. Has the wherewithal to deliver a beautiful neck breaker. Grime is still very much in this thing. A lot of people expected Bruce Brown to run over this kid,
as he has done with so much of his competition.
Oh, single leg. No, yeah, you're right. He did. Bruce Brown got a hand up, but Grime stayed composed. Got a kick to the gut. That one connected. So did those forearms.
Bruce Brown is in trouble here. He didn't even seem this rocked against Vega, but even Vega didn't have the assistance at ringside that N.Times do here tonight.
One arm drag there. Excuse me, armbar there. Modified armbar by Grime.
Just stretching the shoulder out of socket.
And again, going to that top rope, perhaps looking again for that amazing frog splash. But no, this time, Brown looks like he's getting up. And Grime's going to have to rethink. Oh, wait a minute, went for the crossbody. Bruce Brown caught him in midair. Tremendous reflexes. Oh, and a face buster. Had the wherewithal and the strength to counter and deliver a devastating face buster, but what a knee drag by Grime. Immediately turning the tide again against the United Kingdom champion, Atomic Bulldog. This has been impressive by Grime.
Grime taunting away here. But to give Bruce Brown a bit of a chance to get to his feet, but Grime, that speed advantage.
Yeah, sheer speed advantage. I mean, that's all that really separates these two men. Bruce Brown is the heavier, Grime is the quicker. It's as simple as that.
Chops and slaps.
No. Just wearing down the champion, rights and lefts. Oh, I think Bruce Brown is finally starting to realise how much trouble he is in. Grime has been relentless in his attack.
Starting to feel it. Knows he's going to have to try and end this soon. Brown once again trying to get back to his feet, still dazed.
Oh, spear! What a spear by Grime! From the corner, fully locked, fully loaded. New United Kingdom champion!
I can't believe it, Bruce Brown.
With a little help from his friends Owen Grime.
Falling victim to N.Times at ringside.
Tonight was victorious. Bruce Brown wasn't smart enough to bring any friends with him, and Grime capitalised. We have a new United Kingdom champion. What a victory for Grime.
Grime managing to escape the spine buster the entire night. Gotta believe if Bruce Brown had connected with that, N.Times would not have been able to help him.
Thought that was it. Thought that downward spiral was the end of Brown, but he still had some more fight to give. But tonight, it was not enough. Tonight belongs to N.Times.
The ring users here, that's 2 out of 3 of their opportunities.
Here is your winner and new national champion,
They
Grime.
are successful with Dark Knight Deed. Oh, here we go. This is exactly what I was on about. Oh! Landed! And there it is. Marty has been eliminated, leaving Franco to fend for himself.
Set him up.
Oh, and that is a way to win a championship. Tag made to the doctor. And they're looking for it again. Big boot, sidewalk, slam.
take the doctor's skis with a legal man.
That could be it for Marty, it is.
Big offense here tonight. Stuff we don't see from him every day of the week. Holding on again, however, for a Franco special.
Digging down deep to pull this one out.
Ich bin ein Berlin. The trio of German suplexes from the master of AA mat wrestling.
Going for a pin here.
2. There it is. Oh, what a spear! The fibre carry counter.
Doctor turning that one around in a heartbeat.
Zero distance spear.
And the champions return. Oh, can Kevin Cannon take? Vega going for that bear hug again. V only just getting back up.
For the second time, Kevin Cannon.
And that's it, that's it.
Can't quite slip out of it, and Roy Hunter rings the bell. I think particular tactic either. Eventually, though, the tag was made.
Yeah, Vega perhaps feeling the rush here. Oh wait, setting up for it again. The Hit Squad's tag team finisher, that Ghetto Blaster, to utilise this against the Militia.
DDT electric chair combination. Whatever.
Going for a pin is Vega.
2.
Blaze finally getting in the ring, but could be too late, and
there
it
it
is. Just a moment too late.
Marty needs to hit this.
Oh, what a splash! Going for the pin.
Pop to top of that. 1.
Vega in the ring.
2.
Oh, didn't answer the call. Tally York still in this.
Stiff forearm. 1 Marty at 2, but it wasn't enough to put this match away.
Hang on a second.
Wait a minute, he's holding on.
Setting
here.
up for the Denver Crab.
Denver Crab, the submission hold, made famous by the brothers from Colorado. Marty now expertly delivered. And
York
that
has
is
to
it. The York is tapped. Nothing the gangster could do about it. Perfectly legal maneuver and redemption have beaten the Hit Squad.
In certain matches,
Oh.
has gained them these boos. Count of 8 here.
Franco needs to be careful here or he's going to get counted out. 9. I think he's finally realised here. Dallas
Yeah,
Rage is in trouble. Bye-bye.
That is
Eliminators have done exactly that.
Here 2.
Franco doesn't need either of them. Kicks out after 2.
Float over DDT from Joe Freeman. Marty again of no aid to Franco.
Super kick from nowhere. What a super kick by Nate. It's over. It's gotta be over. 1, 2. Yes! In times have beaten the Eliminators, who arguably one of the best technical wrestlers in the world today, Alex Crom.
Camel clutch locked in deep.
What a submission there by Crom.
That's it.
That is it. Joe Freeman's got nowhere to go and no choice. He's tapping for his life, but Alex Crom has not let go. Alex Crom has not. Oh, there it is. Finally letting go Joe Freeman. But Alex Crom and Yuri, some would say against the odds here tonight, have picked up a huge win. Still wondering what the hell is going through the mind of Jose Gonzalez, the son of Gabriel Gonzalez, who is frankly getting beaten bloody by Yuri. His own father being contorted.
Yeah, into the sharpshooter for a second time. Chatopa watching very closely, but that is enough.
Tapping out
Before Gonzalez could get back.
in front of his own son, Yuri has made Gabriel Gonzalez tap out to the spine buster
Here, after only just getting the tag in.
Oh, how devastating.
That's the blade of his spears. Going for a pin.
Alex Crom is going to block the interference that Webster are trying to make isn't enough. It is! The Blue Bloods. GBH.
Cobra clutch slam.
Focusing. Laser focused on Nelson. Onto with the count. 2. Vegas that interference. It's over.
That's it.
the longest single reigning tag team champions in N.E.W. history.
210 days they held those titles.
The franchise of N.E.W. magnum opus. The protege and the marquee event of N.E.W. Rick Weaver and Vega.
This team, magnum opus as a whole, have certainly made their impact on the tag team division time and time again. Somewhat absent tag team champions who have been celebrating with their family, then hitting the gym and then returning to the compound to get ready for this match. This crowd will be hotly anticipating to see the 153-day tag team champions once more.
Well, I have a question for you, Erwin. In those 153 days, how many times have the Fixers defended those titles? They've been away for a long, long time, and you have to wonder if that absence is going to be the key factor. How much ring rust have the Fixers got here tonight against a well-oiled machine in magnum opus?
That indeed is a very, very good question. Fixers absent. Our events as of late. Still coming in here confident tonight. Magnum opus, of course, having their own match of Vega in the main event here tonight as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a factor.
This, of course, is a tag team table elimination match for the tag team championships.
And here we go. Referee wisely staying out of the way.
Having anyone do the introductions, this is as simplistic as it gets.
Both members of the team have to go through a table here for this match to end.
Yeah, when the first one does, they must leave the area.
It's safe to assume that Rick Weaver, the smallest man in this match, being caught. Oh, and rib breakered by the mechanic.
Vega working on the Doctor here.
Oh, what a T-bone. Yeah, I mean Vega with his size advantage, Erwin. Surely that could be a factor as well here for magnum opus. I mean, the Fixers ain't small boys by any stretch of the imagination, but Vega is a monster. They're going to have to get that carcass through a table for this match to end.
There you go, Vega just striking both members with one foul kick.
So Rick Weaver there, his tag team partner. The fluidity, the communication between Vega and Rick Weaver is sublime.
Again, arguably, the Fixers are going to have a hard time getting Vega through a table, but equally, Rick Weaver's going to have a hard time getting either one of the Fixers through a table.
That's a good point. Rick Weaver's quick, he's agile, he's a great technical base. Future world champion, touted by one of the best to ever lace up a pair of boots, manager Snake.
Doctor with a strike from behind there to Rick Weaver.
Yeah, the Doctor saving his tag team partner there from an unhappy ending. Rick Weaver fighting both these men off on his almost single-handedly there. Vega stepping back to admire his partner's handiwork before going right back to work with the mechanic, who just tossed Vega halfway across the ring. Jawbreaker though by the monster.
The Doctor out of the picture. This is a bad time for the mechanic. Alone in there with magnum opus, but now it's Rick Weaver taking a breather.
Yeah, and you got to believe that magnum opus will lose absolutely no sleep in just picking apart one member of the Fixers and then just both of them focusing on the other. Now it seems that both members of Opus looking for a table, maybe discussing tactics on the way around.
I'm not sure they realised Doctor was following them quite close by.
No, I don't think either man, perhaps too engrossed with their plans for this matchup, to realise that the Doctor and the mechanic were both getting back to their feet. Weaver and the Doctor on the outside. Vega and the mechanic on the inside.
That table in play. Oh, the mechanic, I think, managing to get out of the way of that table strike by Vega, but only just.
Vega, however, with a one-track mind getting that table into play. The mechanic, however, got a foot in. Wait a minute, while that's going on, the clubs dancing around that table between the mechanic and Vega. The doctor was trying to dissect Rick Weaver, who's valiantly trying to fight back.
Look at that, looking for a side suplex was the mechanic, but reversed.
Wait a minute,
Vega! No! The table did not give way though.
It did not. It gave way, but it didn't break, Owen.
Mechanic
The all-important breakage needed.
saved by a strong table, perhaps here. One of the legs giving way.
You have to believe that if Vega had stepped back, perhaps 2 steps, it would have been a very different story. And Magnum Opus would now have a 2-on-1 advantage. However, the table did not break.
Either way, they managed to pick up some time with Doctor. Mechanic was recovering on the outside. Drives that table back into Vega's face.
Using his own body to use that table as a weapon there. Rick Weaver getting dismantled, quite frankly, by the Doctor. Rolls out in the ring. Vega on his own, but he's got a table in his hand. The Doctor got it out of his hands fairly quickly, and I don't blame him. Duff.
Vega now looking to take on both of these men alone.
Well, if anyone could do it, it could be Vega, but he has to consider his world title opportunity later tonight. Vega absorbing the punishment here from the mechanic. Oh! Double underhook suplex to the Doctor, while the mechanic, I may add, was drilling right hands into the back of his head. Vega absorbed it all and took out both members of the Fixers.
Now Rick Weaver back in. It's looking bad for the tag champs. Oh wait.
Did you have any doubt, Erwin, that it was going to look bad for the tag team champions here tonight? This is Magnum Opus. Oh. Wait a minute. Vega bomb! Doctor almost landed on the mechanic. That was beautiful.
I think their heads may have connected there.
This is literally a video exercise right here for any tag team in the business.
Mechanic back up. I think Vega warning Rick Weaver there. Oh!
Duff.
Whip breaker holding on. Oh! Vega breaking things up there in a hurry.
Yeah, Vega using that table to, I hope, save his partner, but perhaps just to do the mechanic and the Doctor just a little bit more damage. Vega has a one-track mind, and that mind leads to victory. He will do anything he needs to do to win. Make no mistake about it. Oh, wait a minute.
Weaver with mechanic caught in the ropes.
His hard knees right to the head as the mechanic's body was twisted in those ropes. A chorus of boos. Some of the fans will appreciate that one bit. Wait a minute, the Doctor in the corner with Vega trying to chop him through that table.
Surprisingly, the table did not give way.
DDT on the outside to the mechanic by Weaver. Focus on the ring here with Vega. Now it looks like a Canadian face buster there.
Oh. So much devastation going on here. That table in a very precarious position, and now it's Doctor in trouble.
And the battle is still going on the outside between Weaver and the mechanic, but Vega looks to put the Doctor right through that table, and he does. It's a 2-on-1 advantage now for Magnum Opus. The Doctor just eating the mud.
The mechanic is in big trouble here, and Rick Weaver has found a steel chair. Changing his mind, perhaps.
Just toying with the crowd and perhaps the mechanic as well. There is a sadistic soul in that young man. Oh, wait a minute. Mechanic blocks the chair shot from Rick Weaver. Chair drops to the ground, but
takes Weaver out, but Vega's right behind him. I'm not even sure if the mechanic has seen Vega.
He certainly has now.
Oh! What a rib breaker by the monster. The Doctor will be escorted to the back by N.E.W. officials, and he will be forced to watch the dismantling of his tag team partner.
Vega with that steel chair.
Oh,
wait,
I think-
mechanic dodging.
I think mechanic once again getting out of the way of hand's reach of that chair at least, but a jawbreaker by Vega. And wait a minute, taken to the ground by Weaver. Oh, knee breaker. Sadistic knee breaker to the mechanic. This will give Opus the time they need, but they need a table. Vega doesn't seem to want to go get it.
Again, perhaps thinking that the size advantage may play a part, as it has done here. Oh, the mechanic fighting valiantly against now two opponents.
Yeah, Weaver seems to have been knocked bandy by the mechanic's offense, taking a breather on the outside, cradling his head. And meanwhile, the monster, the marquee event of N.E.W, the man who has a world title shot later here tonight, getting the table ready for the mechanic.
Now the mechanic fighting back. German suplex. Oh, and again. For a third time. Rick Weaver back in the ring though. Taking out the mechanic when he had a prime opportunity here, and now fighting to the face with that table.
This match has continued. The mechanic has put up a fight. No one could say he's not been worthy of that tag team title after this. But this is becoming an onslaught, Erwin. Another famouser by Rick Weaver as this match continues. But now only surely a matter. Wait a minute. Mechanic, armbreaker, still fighting.
Caught by Rick Weaver this time.
Every time the mechanic gains just that little bit of momentum, the other member of Magnum Opus is right there. What a shoulder tackle right into the table. I am amazed that that table is still in one piece after that impact, Erwin.
I think the mechanic was only just slightly moving out of the way that may have stopped that table from breaking.
Wait a minute. Best of both worlds by Rick Weaver. They are dismantling this man right here before our eyes.
Arguably sending a message to the entire tag team division, but this match is yet from over.
Oh, wait a minute, perhaps a lack of lack of communication there, uncharacteristic lack of communication there from Opus, but there, Weaver able to pick up the pieces with yet another best of both worlds.
I think Rick Weaver wanting to add more insult to injury here. Oh! Opus are just taking their time now, but that
Oh,
may
wait a
be a
minute.
mistake.
Yeah, that might be the mistake. Rick Weaver basically telling the monster to hold on a little bit, let them send out that message, and every time they seem to waste that momentum, the mechanic comes back.
With that, Rick Weaver now finds himself on the outside of the ring. Oh, but so does the mechanic. Vega thinking very tactfully about that one.
Yeah, taking a steel chair with him just for good measure, Erwin.
Oh! Word!
Oh! Good gods! You can see just the body of the mechanic ricocheting off the impact of that steel chair as a 7'2" monster just abuses him, outright abuses him on the outside of this ring. Vega has to be careful here. I mean, there you see the monster stumbling around there, Erwin. I mean, he has a world title shot later here tonight.
He certainly does, and 5 other opponents in that ring with him.
Rick Weaver with that surgically repaired shoulder there seemed to be giving him a little bit of problems.
There you go again. Setting up for a Canadian face crusher. Table is right there, but
God!
seen
that famouser on that break and broken part of the table. I think yes it has, and it has busted the mechanic right open. Weaver getting in the way of the mechanic there, who's being Irish whipped into the table by Vega, who wants this match over with.
I think finally says enough is enough.
Champion has been eliminated.
There was a sadistic side to Rick Weaver tonight, who just wanted this match to go on and on and on, but Vega has bigger fish to fry. Magnum Opus, the new World Tag Team Champions.
Brutal match. It looked like the mechanic may actually outwin the odds at the end after Doctor was eliminated by Vega. Brutal powerbomb.
The head of the Doctor just smashing off the middle turnbuckle there. He's put through the table with such momentum. It was amazing, I felt there, that the table didn't buckle after that shoulder tackle. That was the second of 3 end times delivered. Excuse me, second of 3 best of both worlds delivered by Rick Weaver to the mechanic here tonight. But once again, Owen, for the second time in their illustrious careers, Rick Weaver and Vega
The following contest is a ladder match and is for the Women's Championship.
And how do you fight?
Challenger from Blackpool, England, Lisa Chase.
And how do you fight for a championship when your heart is breaking at the loss of another? Lisa Chase has to find a way to do exactly that tonight after suffering a defeat at the hands of Foxy Valentine. She won't be in the right frame of mind. She damn sure won't be 100%, but she is still one of the most decorated women in N.E.W. history.
Very serious face set on Lisa Chase. Again, she's had more success against the Phantom in recent weeks than she has against Foxy Valentine, but again this accumulation on this night, having come off a loss, now facing one of the best champions we've had in the women's division, one that has taken accolades of Lisa Chase's.
And introducing the champion from Prague, the Czech Republic, she is the women's champion, the Phantom.
The Phantom era, no longer indestructible, but still a force to be reckoned with. More importantly, still the Women's Heavyweight Championship, at least for one more night.
230 days she has held that title. As a result, smashed Lisa Chase's longest single run. Very close to beating the longest overall run.
But let's remember the extra match factor, Lisa Chase has already competed here tonight. This is a ladder match. There are no pinfalls, there are no submissions, there are no disqualifications. You have to climb that ladder, defeat the pesky clasps and release the women's title held ahead.
Well, the Phantom herself claimed that Lisa Chase was her greatest challenge, would be no challenge at all here tonight due to her having spread herself too thin.
That has been a factor that has been discussed throughout this heated rivalry. Will it be a factor here tonight? The bell rings, and here we go.
Phantom starting off quick. Hammerlock suplex there.
Beautiful hammerlock suplex there by the Phantom to kick this one off. This is with that kick. Lisa Chase there, blocks it, comes back with that double axe handle right to the face. If Lisa Chase has got any sense in this one, then she's going to try and get this one over with quickly. Oh, drop toe hold right onto the second rope.
Still be feeling the damage from that tag team match.
Oh.
Will certainly be looking to end this one quickly, and again both women well versed in the ladder match. Quite tradition for the women's championship.
Oh my word. Again, the Phantom with those lightning quick counters. Her adaptability has been well documented, as has Lisa Chase's. What a hurricane round there by the veteran. Right back on the champion. Leg sweep by Phantom. What a counter by the Phantom.
Here, both women jockeying for position, looking to get that ever important momentum. Phantom again here with an airplane spin.
What's the difference between a helicopter and an airplane spin?
One's faster.
Stunt to the midsection there by the Phantom. Oh!
Lisa Chase looking to showcase her strength here. Grimacing. Already gone through in a tag team match. It's not going to help her here in this match.
The ladders have still yet to come into play. The Phantom, a worthy champion. Lisa Chase knows she will have to wear her down before she can even consider going for that title, which is an ask in itself, which is a match in itself.
She's looking a bit more confident now.
Oof. Stomping on the arm there.
Perhaps shaking the storm cloud in that tag team match earlier on, at least psychologically.
Ramming the head of the Phantom into the mat time and time again. That aggression shown by Lisa Chase. She knows she's coming into this as the underdog. Hurricane Rana by the Phantom. fresh as a daisy, well composed. Beautiful manoeuvre by the champion. Oh! God, what a shot! Lock up again.
Oh, and a clothesline to the outside.
Oh, here's a chase. Outlaw by name, outlaw by nature! No! Bombed it! Missed completely! That could be the moment this match changes!
Chase clutching her knee in agony, but knows she can't spend too much time feeling the pain. The Phantom has got back in the ring with a ladder. Chase letting her set it up at least before returning with a chop.
Well, yeah, I think. Oh, belly to belly overhead, beautiful suplex by Lisa Chase, who again is going to the top rope. I'm not sure how wise this is.
Couldn't connect the first time, going for it again.
Oh, and for the second time tonight, has bombed the high risk maneuver, giving the Phantom the chance he was waiting for. Remember, those clasps are not the easiest thing to release her in.
Forearm on the top of the ladder here.
Well, I don't need to remind you, but oh, God!
Oh, the Phantom takes a dive.
Lisa Chase now getting a chance to work at those clasps.
Yeah,
the crowd urging her on.
She's been a lot slower than usual here, but you can't blame her after that tag match. But this is a perfect opportunity for Lisa Chase to pick up that championship.
She's trying with all her might to get that title released. Those clasps, tricky at the best of times. Imagine the adrenaline, imagine the pain in the arms, in the body of Lisa Chase. But there it is! She's done it! Against the odds! The Phantom did not get up quick enough! We have a new women's champion!
The Phantom era is over just like that. She got up, and I think just as she was thinking, how am I going to take Chase off the top of that ladder, it was all but too late.
Here is your winner and new women's champion, Lisa Chase.
Table. GBH could have just captured it right here. Has him set up.
What's going on?
GBH.
Oh, got past there. 1, 2.
And that is it. So looking to put an end to it.
Pedigree.
Cover.
She toppers down. 1, 2. There it is.
This could sign defeat for Stevenson.
Pedigree. 1, 2. Good night. In resilience by Charlie Braddock.
Still groggy though. Richardson taking advantage.
Pedigree.
Going for the pin. Center of the ring.
Once applied, never falters. Finality. Pedigree. Felt like Thunder needed a little bit more.
Thunder is a resilient character.
I think it's going like this.
Go.
Pedigree. 1, 2. Good night from there. Louis Richardson marches on.
Eventually, he will face the champion. Oh, wait, speaking of which.
GBH is not wasting any time here. The Intercontinental Champion is on his way to the ring. Louis Richardson is nowhere near 100% after a match like that. Thunder give everything he got, and GBH has a sadistic smile on his face early.
Richardson is not backing down though. This could get ugly. Arm drag there. Oh, that boot to the gut. Going with the pedigree in. Pedigree.
Pedigrees! Absolutely nowhere. One of the deadliest finishes in the game today, and it's over.
Yeah, it's looking into it perhaps here. Setting up for a Cobra clutch slam.
That could be it. That could be all.
Wait, hang on a second.
She
Topher was thinking about putting a turnbuckle pad back on.
But it's over.
But it's over.
GBH has just smashed Louis Richardson. Hold up. God, it was until that snap.
Nate sees him dead and centre, knows exactly what he wants to do, rolls him over. Gets that leg lock in.
It's a neck grab. The neck grab wins.
Holding on. Oh, no. He's gaining a grip to roll through.
Oh, super kick.
Side again.
What a clothesline into the steel steps. It's not worth it.
Oh dear.
God, the superplex. Sweet Jesus, the superplex.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Oh, he's still behind because somehow he is fighting back again. Surely not. Pedigree. That could be it.
Oh, but look at this.
What
At
the
the
hell?
vital
What
moment.
the hell is this?
The Reaper up on the apron, distracting Louis
That is
Richardson.
horseshit.
And Nate got to the ring rope, pulling himself up.
DDT by Nate. DDT by Nate. And had this match splash. Bob Chatopper is that 1, 2. That is it. Damn it.
And Nate picks up a victory against Richardson. Gumbuster. Oh, hang on a second. Cobra clutch.
Slow.
Oh, setting up.
Pedigree. Pedigree by Louis
Richardson catching GBH unawares once more.
Oh my word, what a pile driver.
And again, Louis Richardson fight what should be over for him after beating GBH to earn that title shot now continues against Nate, who defeated him 2 weeks ago, which is what got Goldman questioning whether he earned a shot in that Intercontinental title match or not.
He is getting the snot beaten out of him right now.
Super kick. Good lord, what a super kick by Nate. He got all of that one. 2. Huge win for Nate.
Introducing the challenger from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 220 pounds, Nate.
Ominously, End Times have gone 2 for 2 in their title opportunities tonight, so how much pressure does that put on this young man's shoulders, who has to come alone, at least initially, due to the match stipulation? This is Extreme Rules, triple threat, so teams are banned from ringside. Nate is alone.
The former two-time tag champion with the Brotherhood have never had singles gold here in N.E.W. But the Dark Heart is looking to change that, as he has now some mounted pressure from End Times after their first 2 victories. This is their last opportunity at gold. Can they make it 3 for 3?
And introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 206 pounds, Louis Richardson.
The excellence of execution, the year-long obsessive quest for the Intercontinental Championship, the 8-time United States champion, whole reputation rides on tonight.
7 times, 221 days still for the defunct belt before it was retired. Still the longest overall US run on history. Richardson should be facing GBH one-on-one here, but it is now a triple threat.
And introducing the champion from Belgrade, Serbia, weighing in at 500 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, GBH.
As much as you might hate that man, you gotta love that suit. GBH, the current Intercontinental Champion, the icon, proud member of Magnum Opus, will I'm sure be elated about Vega and Rick Weaver's win in the tag team title match. Can he do the same? Can he achieve the impossible? And can he retain the IC title?
It's a kind of an oversight of ours, Magnum Opus, with 3 opportunities themselves. Of course, GBH having to retain rather than obtain.
And Vega would, of course, if that was the case, be a dual champion.
It has been indeed golden here tonight, as we are reaching ever closer to the end of the show. The Intercontinental title on the line. Triple threat Extreme Rules.
Roy Hunter rings a bell, and here we go. Doof!
Coming straight from GBH, and GBH having none of that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how wise that was by Nate, and now the 2 veterans just slugging it out, as what many men and women believe it should have been in the back. These 2 guys going one-on-one. Richardson and GBH have had a beef for as long as I can remember. Nate, the wild card, has beat both of those men in recent history.
Which is how he managed to get interjected into this match. GBH and Louis Richardson will not be quick to forget that.
Swiped away by the big man, the icon GBH, who will have the power advantage in this match. I think it's fair to say bulldog by Richardson, the king of nothing fancy, probably one of the most decorated wrestlers of his generation. Oh, corkscrew elbow there by Nate, taking down the veteran Richardson.
Richardson getting away, out of the way of that.
Crossbody, beautiful crossbody there, going for a pin, holding down. Could be, no, Hunter slightly out of position there, it must be said.
Had to go around the mass of GBH to get a good look on those shoulders.
Oh yeah, that's a big island to get round. Oh, big back body drop by the icon. Oh, what ring presence there by GBH. Ducked it, almost like a sixth sense, ducking that clothesline. Louis Richardson, however, still had the wherewithal to come out of that situation on top, getting GBH to the outside of the ring, but seemingly, there you see it, that old school instinct of Louis Richardson to focus on the man inside the ring. Nate, however, countered beautifully with that Russian leg sweep. Oh, wait a minute, he's going to go for a submission here.
Just weakening up the back of Louis Richardson there.
I thought Nate was going to elect to go for a camel clutch there, perhaps thinking better of it so early on in the matchup.
Float over.
DDT! Beautiful DDT there by Nate.
GBH now looking after Nate, but Nate getting out of the way. Thought he was going for a super kick, but landed in the gut.
Strong uppercut to follow suit after attacking the calf muscles and the legs.
GBH closing that distance.
Yes, swift neck breaker there by the icon, the veteran has seen it and done it all before.
Richardson not seeing what was going on behind him.
The other veteran, Louis Richardson, should have known better. Went for the single leg drop kick, side spiked by the icon. Who remember him? And he's over, what, 500 pounds?
500 pounds on the dot of devastation.
Sheer muscle and attitude by GBH. From the corner, dragged out the hard way. Nate trying to interject himself back into this match. Kicks, punches, clubs. He's throwing everything at the icon, who responds with a thunderous knee.
It's not done there, but Nate trying to fight back here. Richardson out on the mat at present.
DDT by Nate.
But Nate now realising Richardson getting back to his feet. Richardson getting the better of him there. Guillotine up on the top rope, and Richardson looking for a pin.
One. Only a one, Nate kicking out quickly.
course, triple threat rules, the champion does not have to be pinned.
Great point, Erwin. I'm sure that is a fact that GBH has been griping about to management in the body. He's not happy about this triple threat scenario for his, as he says, as he calls it, his Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, what a gut check there by GBH. This could be all. Louis Richardson is down. Hunter's there. 1, 2. No.
Too close, but not enough for the Icon.
Three men trying to grapple here. GBH fighting free. Oh, discus forehand did not send him down. Louis Richardson right there. Oh,
Swift forehand by GBH, knocking Louis Richardson right back into those ropes. Nate once again taking that cheap shot, but that vicious shoulder barge took out both Richardson.
A super kick! What a super kick! What a super kick! That could be it!
Lou Richardson out of the ring. And
It's
is.
over!
Nate has just taken the Intercontinental Championship with a super kick.
Unbelievable!
It is 3 for 3 for N.Times.
The Icon took his eye off the prize for a split second, and Nate, after a thunderous shoulder barge, knocked down his competitors like dominoes, reacted with a hellacious super kick. Nate did not pin the champion, but the champion, Nate did pin the champion, which will irk GBH even more.
and Louis Richardson, angry enough that this wasn't a one-on-one, now has to face the fact he didn't even get a look in on that pin. He was outside of the ring.
His year-long quest, Erwin. Unbelievable, over just like that, and Nate, the underdog in this matchup,
Here is your winner,
made an impression
N.E.W. Intercontinental
at the most pivotal
Champion,
point.
Nate.
Hang on a second, I'm being told that, yes, as you can see, Lisa Chase has been looking backstage for Psycho Sonia. Kane Matsuda
Kane Matsuda and Lisa
watching a
Chase
pass.
battling out on the outside. Lisa Chase has already had 2 matches here tonight. Oh, crucifix, dear Lord. Okay, I know Goldman's policy is just to let these guys fight it out and then deal with the consequences afterwards, but come on, Lisa Chase has had 2 matches here tonight, for God's sake.
Kane Matsuda, of course, the golden ticket holder, now has a new
introducing the challenger from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 232 pounds, Yuri.
The self-proclaimed king, the Russian bear Yuri, one match away from proving exactly that. The former Marine, one half of the Blue Bloods. Of course, his partner Alex Crom won't be able to help him here tonight, Erwin. How do you rate Yuri's chances?
In a falls count anywhere 6-man elimination match, I don't think there are chances. I think it just boiled down to who manages to keep their shoulder up, who manages not to tap, and who managed to outlast the other 5. Yuri, a former world champion, former EFW world champion, 2-time former tag team champion, and a 2-time former US champion. Many of those here tonight have the credentials, but can they get the job done?
The Monster Vega, and you heard it there from our ring announcer Michelle Rodriguez. One half of the tag team champions. He won that title here tonight, Erwin. How much of that is going to be a factor in this match? Many have considered the Monster, the marquee event, the first ever Triple Crown champion in N.E.W, the hot favourite for this one.
Could indeed be again. List of credentials, more than an arm long, and now one half of the tag team champions. That match beforehand may not help.
And introducing the challenger from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bart Cruz.
The prize fighter. He created his name in this very arena on a different plucky brand called EFW. He surprised the world and won the World Championship for the 2nd time in his career. Can he do it again tonight? Because the prize fighter looks focused and ready.
As you mentioned, former N.E.W world champion, 1st and 4-time tag team champion, and former EFW world champion on top of that. Oh well. The champion not wanting to come out last, it would seem. That ominous riff bearing down.
And introducing the champion from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the world champion, Cowboy Roy.
Well, Cowboy always been a little bit unorthodox. Has Roy, the Lone Ranger, the last of a special breed of competitors, the current world heavyweight champion. And if he could win tonight, unarguably, in my opinion, the best world champion of all time.
Indeed, the odds are certainly against Roy here, but if he can walk out as N.E.W champion, then he is... I don't even know what Goldman could throw at him next. Cowboy Roy, one of the biggest legends we have, current 2-time world champion, 235 days with that belt, also a former 2-time Intercontinental Champion, and for whatever reason decided he doesn't want to come out last. He wants to get this entrance out the way, perhaps so he can ready himself, get rid of the entrance attire.
The nerves, perhaps.
So again, maybe wanting to get one quick look at his opponents here tonight. Who knows? Perhaps throwing off the mindset of the others.
For whatever reason, the Cowboy is here, the current world champion, looking pensive.
Talk about extravagant entrances. Here is another.
And introducing the challenger from Albuquerque, New Mexico, weighing in at 355 pounds, Hannibal Jacobs.
The unorthodox one has arrived, but do not discount his chances in this match. He's got a list of accolades a mile long, Erwin, and a crazy streak twice as wide. Hannibal Jacobs is here, and dare I say it, he could be the underdog.
Former two-time world champion and a one-time TV champion. I don't know about underdog, considering who we have left in this match. The only one without any kind of world championship under his belt. But Hannibal Jacobs, indeed, one that was perhaps not expected to make it to this match. What an interesting way to end the night. We want to thank you all wherever you've joined us. Well, the night it has already been. We are here for our main event. One more person to come down to the ring before this 6-man Falls Count Anywhere elimination match for the World Championship kicks off.
I have no words. It's going to be chaos.
As we always prepare our fans, yes, it will be absolutely chaotic here, but as the eliminations go on, there will be some more semblance of a match, perhaps. But here is who I would say is the underdog of the entire thing.
And introducing the challenger from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 206 pounds, Daryl Gray.
I know why you would say that, Erwin, the only man in this match not to be world heavyweight champion before, but that is exactly why I believe Daryl Graves may just surprise the world here tonight.
Graves has always been known as a #1 competitor, a real talent here in N.E.W, but he's only ever captured the Intercontinental title once. Definitely looking to make a difference to that career here tonight.
Daryl Graves knows this might be his last best chance to win the World Heavyweight Championship.
All 6 men wanting their hands on that gold. We have our time limit. Goldman managing to budget for a little overtime if we need it here. Oh! Snap suplex to Bart Brute on the outside by Yuri, looking for the first pin of the match. Not even a 1, as the chaos continues inside the ring.
Yeah, you have to question the logic to have only one referee out here for a Falls Count Anywhere match. Roy Hunter better have his running legs on tonight, as all these men start to pair off. Hannibal Jacobs has picked the wild card in Vega, if you will. Cowboy Roy is there with Daryl Graves and Yuri and Bart Brute. All 6 of these men would be a worthy world heavyweight champion, but there can be only one.
It's Cowboy Roy. That title of 235 days, and now must face 5 men to try and keep it. Oh, Daryl Graves.
Vicious big boot.
Oh, what a super kick!
Super kick on the outside by Graves to the champion, who will have a target on his back a mile wide here tonight. European uppercut to follow suit. Meanwhile, Yuri on the other side of the ring, beating the holy hell out of Bart Brute, while Vega does the exact same thing to Hannibal Jacobs in the centre of the ring.
There's 3 matches going on here, and again, no one has to consider the other opponents as of yet. Oh!
No one even has to consider getting into the ring when this is Falls Count Anywhere. None of these men are safe anywhere in this building. Vega going for a pin on Jacobs early on here, using that extensive 640 pounds as leverage. Jacobs, however, kicking out, no stranger to the monster. All these men know each other so well early.
Yuri going for another pin, but Bart Brute breaking out before Hunter could even get there. Oh! Twisting suplex from Daryl Graves.
I mean, you know, okay, a pin lasts 3 seconds, but realistically, you're talking at least 6 or 7 before Hunter's going to get there to make the count.
Another element of this match that's going to make it a whole lot harder to get an elimination under your belt.
This could only have come from the twisted mind of the mad scientist Adrian Goldman. You put 6 of our hardest hitters in one match, and then you put one referee down there. You're just asking for trouble.
Oh, Daryl Graves and Cowboy Roy have just been going at it on the outside. What a DDT.
I'm not sure if the Cowboy's been in the ring since the start of this matchup.
I don't think he has. Those two have just taken it upon themselves to have a match of their own to begin this one off.
Neckbreaker by Bart Brute in the middle of the ring. Remember, none of these men are safe. There's no particular order. Any of these men have to be eliminated. It is quite literally...
Oh, that strength of Hannibal Jacobs.
Tremendous strength by Jacobs on the outside. Gut-wrench suplex. Roy Hunter getting over there as quickly as possible. Vega kicked out already. Well, I said it at the start of this match, Erwin, but I really do hope Roy Hunter has his running shoes on.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be chaos. Not only for us to try and call, but for Hunter to try and officiate. Dropkick there from Daryl Graves. Huge uppercut from Yuri.
This has to be a referee's worst nightmare. Where do you stand? Who do you watch?
So again, 3 separate fights going on here.
Tough. Well,
hang out for a pinfall and or submission.
Meanwhile, the champion has been hanged on the top rope by Daryl Graves there. Very personal fight still continues. Vega on the outside, however. Double underhook suplex to Jacobs on the outside. Jesus Christ, what a shot to Hannibal Jacobs.
Yuri getting himself involved. Oh, neck breaker. 3 men on either side of the ring.
Daryl Graves with one shot seemed to take out the Cowboy and Bart Brute, and now is laser focused again on the champion. Daryl Graves now trying to regain an important spot, but look at the distance Roy Hunter is having to cover here. That was a free. Daryl Graves has got a free already. That was at least a free count that Cowboy Roy was down for, but it doesn't count. Hunter now doing a count from the other side of the ring.
Only a 2 for Jacobs as well.
The distance.
What a tough job it is for him here tonight. Graves gets thrown around by Cowboy Roy. Jacobs going for another pin on Vega.
Perhaps being helped to hold the big man down by Yuri, who was next to him. I'm sure a lot of these men want to get Vega out of this match as quickly as possible. Bart Brute misses.
Oh, spinebuster!
Cowboy Roy, what a spinebuster by Hannibal Jacobs to Daryl Graves, who has took a lot out of the current World Heavyweight Champion. Vega in no rush, it seems, to get back into the ring as he decimates Yuri on the outside. Remember, one half the Blue Bloods is Yuri, who's going to have an eye.
Hannibal DDT, sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine, what a DDT.
Going for a pin. Again, there's chaos here.
2.
Graves might be out of it here.
No! That was close.
Very close.
Hannibal Jacobs almost getting first blood in terms of pinfall.
Oh, Enziguri on the outside by Bart Brute to the current champion.
What a face buster by Yuri to Vega. Tremendous core strength there from the former Marine on the outside.
Neutralize a face buster looking to eliminate Vega.
2. No, not enough. Vega still in this thing.
Belly to belly overhead from Bart Brute. He and Cowboy Roy have had their matches in the past.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the heated rivalry between Bart Brute and Cowboy Roy.
Vega bomb!
Vega bomb! False count anyway. Absolute chaos everywhere. You lock Roy Hunter once again out of position, but who could blame him? There's so many people to watch.
Oh,
will Yuri be the first man eliminated too?
No! But a Brute bomb to the champ may have Cowboy Roy's number.
Yeah, but Hunter was only just finishing the count with Yuri. Now back to his feet. Now back to his base. 1, 2. Is that enough? That's it! Bart Brute is just eliminated as the World Heavyweight Champion. Cowboy Roy is out. His run is over. We will name a new World Champion here tonight.
I can't believe it. Cowboy Roy the first to be eliminated.
Unbelievable. What a reign for the cowboy, it has to be said, but that DDT from Bart Brute has just shocked the world.
Those legendary 235 days may be over. And that means we look forward to finding a new champion. Bart Brute and Vega getting further and further up that ramp.
The Bart Brute seems to have been spurred on by pinning the cowboy, has gone right for the biggest man in this match and just neck-breakered him on a steel ramp. Hurricane rounded by Graves in the centre of the ring. This match continues. Yuri stalking both Vega and Brute.
I think waiting to see who's weaker.
Graves with a pin on Jacobs in the ring. Hunter's perfect position for this one. No, not even a 2. Jacobs kicks out.
Vega down, Yuri and Bart Brute dealing with each other at the steel ramp. Graves, however, managed to get the advantage back against Jacobs in the ring. Oh, rolling through.
Oh, what a neckbreaker by Brute.
Reverse figure 4 locked in by Graves.
Submission locked in by Darryl Graves. The lack of world championships in that man's CV will be starting to haunt this very talented competitor. Could this be the night?
He is holding on while the other 3 duel up on the ramp, where Vega going for a pin here against Yuri.
And Yuri and Bart Brute and Vega have all took a tremendous amount of punishment on that ramp. And now it seems to be Vega and Bart Brute focusing on the Russian Bear, Yuri.
Huge stalling suplex here. Vega starting to get fed up of it. Meanwhile, Hannibal Jacobs, Darryl Graves still dueling on the other side.
Oh my word, what a shot by Vega taking down Bart Brute.
Hannibal with a Hannibal DDT on the other side.
On that concrete floor. To Darryl Graves, Roy Hunter with a tremendous amount of distance to cover, but that was a DDT on a concrete floor. Could that be it for Darryl Graves? 2. No!
Somehow this match still going on. Vega now going for a pin on Bart Brute after that uppercut from Yuri, but Yuri wanting the pin drags Vega off somehow and goes for the pin himself. Vega not so bothered.
Vega knows it's not the second pin that counts, it's the last one. Vega's been there all before. The most experienced man in this matchup by a long way is the marquee man of N.E.W, the Monster Vega. Darryl Graves and Hannibal Jacobs still with their own little war as these 3 men battle on the ramp.
Hunter electing to pay more attention to the massive humanity up on that steel rampway.
I think that's a good call by a pay-per-view official, Roy Hunter.
In the ring, I think Jacobs going for a spear, and Darryl Graves leapfrogged it and now rolling through back into that figure 4, that reverse figure 4, locked in again.
Tremendous counter by Darryl Graves.
A competitor.
That is it, Hannibal Jacobs tapped.
And on the outside, Vega bomb.
Vega bomb to Yuri. I think his head bounced off the barrier. Absolute carnage. 2. There it is, Yuri's out.
It's down to 3.
Darryl Graves, Bart Brute or Vega will be your new World Heavyweight Champion. We are down to the final 3.
Again, Bart Brute trying to nail Vega while he attacks Darryl Graves to no avail.
Oh, what a ungodly spinebuster by Vega.
Bart Brute in a world of hurt. Graves on the outside.
Vega, the man who's already had a match tonight, looks like he could be in the driving seat here, Erwin. I said it before, the most experienced man in this matchup by a long way is now picking apart a 2-time world champion in Bart Brute. What a rib breaker.
Vega now hovering over Bart Brute. Oh wait, Bart Brute.
What an uppercut by Brute.
Oh, what an enziguri.
Tremendous height and skill by Bart Brute to
neck and neck with that Hinzaguri.
Oh, surely
Oh,
not.
what strength! Brute bomb! Got a little bit of air with it. 640 pounds.
All of the brutality in this match. Bart Brute looking to eliminate Vega.
2. That's
And
it.
it does.
Eliminated.
That extra match mileage was just too much for the monster, and now it's between Bart Brute and Daryl Graves, who hasn't moved since his last attack from the monster. Bart Brute is looking awfully confident now.
One half of the Trailblazers looking to recapture N.E.W. World Gold. Only one man left in his way,
A man who has never done it before, Owen.
and he is bust open.
Either from the ring apron or one of the other vicious attacks he has received, but Daryl Graves is
look.
fighting back.
Olympic
Go!
slam.
On the outside, it's false count anywhere. Elects not to go for the pin. How much of a mistake will that be for Daryl Graves?
A very good question, deciding he needs to
No.
wear down Brute some more, face into the apron.
Hardest part of the ring, Bart Brute taken out by that ring apron. Daryl Graves clearly in some pain himself after the onslaught of what has been an incredibly physical matchup.
Trying to catch a breath very quickly. Bart Brute trying to get to his feet. All the way through.
Go looking for that reverse figure 4 again, Owen. Bart Brute busted
Dividends
wide
is
open.
Paid off in this match. Bart Brute trying to hold on.
That's submission again.
Oh,
It's
that's
tapped
it.
out. Bart Brute tapped out. We got a new world champion.
Daryl Graves.
Daryl
is
Graves.
our new world champion. I don't believe it.
He's finally done it. He's only ever won the Intercontinental Championship before in his career, and now stands tall as with the richest prize in our business. The World Heavyweight Championship belongs to Daryl Graves.
What a night it has been. We've seen retentions and we have seen new champions. How will that affect the months ahead? We hope you join us to find out on next week's Brawl. Thank you and good night.
Good night.